B3. We are live at 11:10. I got fat fingers. Yeah, I thought I said 11. Turns out I thought I said 11:10. Turns out I said 11, which was like 1 minute from when I sent it out. I was like, well, that's not going to happen. Still had to let the dogs out. So here we are, 11:10, ready to go. We got a half a case of the Select Blasters. Oh, I got a hair on my lip. Half a case of the Select Blasters. Shohei Ohtani to start Monday versus the Padres. First pitching appearance since 2023. Dang. Half case of Select Blasters, the new release. We also have Rookies and Stars on a blaster and the hobby, which guarantees 2 autos, 2 mems, and then Gems of the Game. This is break 407, the snake break. So we did a snake a couple, maybe last week it was, and that sucker flew. And then when we opened what was on the table, it was a nasty break for a snake break. You know, they're typically not as big as the standard breaks that we do, but I have like a splinter in my slipper. Typically not as big as the breaks we usually do, but it packed a hell of a punch, to say the least. So we figured, what the heck, let's do it again. We had a select case come in, and I was like, you know what? Let's snake it. Give everyone a chance to hit a big team for a affordable price. I think I'm on one too. Yeah, I'm on Denver. So I ended up getting Denver, Philly, Baltimore, and the Jets for a pretty good price. So I was happy with that. All in all, you usually get some good value in a snake. All right, let's go through the list of ownership, and we're going to get started because it is 11:15. I have to go in early tomorrow to finish up my mid-year evaluations for my team. I'm late on doing that. I had a legitimate business reason for being late, though. It was a hectic couple of weeks. But anyway, let's get started because I have to get up somewhat early. We got Big Perk, Brad Perk from Big Perks Breaks in on the Cardinals. Goody on the Falcons. B3 on the Ravens. Robert Avisha on the Bills. Brian Waytula on the Carolina Panthers. We got Andrew Thier on the Bears. Goody on the Bengals. Bogey on the Brownies. We got Robert Avisha on the Cowgirls. Blinky, B3 on the Broncos. Adam Light on the Lions. We got Stanton Griggs on the Packers. Goody on Houston. Mr. Vanover on Indy. Black and Gold Breaks. Alan Stein on the Jags. Bogey on the Chiefs. Goody on the Raiders. Benny Lamp on the Chargers. Black and Gold Breaks also on the Rams. We got Goody on the Dolphins and the Vikings. Adam Light on the Patriots. Big Perk on the Saints. Matty V on the Giants. B3 on the Jets and the Eagles. Benny Lamp on the Steelers. Stanton Griggs on the Niners. You got Andrew Thier on the Seahawks. Brian Waytula on the Bucks. And then Alan Stein, Black and Gold Breaks, rounding us out on the Tennessee Titans and the Washington Commanders / Redskins / football team, depending on the year and the player. We've always said it that way because we noticed that even when the Commanders are the Commanders, they'll show the Redskins logo and the Redskins name and uniform and all that on older players from prior years. I'm just waiting to see the year that they flash back to a guy that was on the Commanders or on the football team the year they were the football team. And it would say, like, in 2028, it'll say 2022 Washington football team and be like a picture of Terry McLaurin or something like that. I want to see if they ever do it because it would be funny to me. All right, what are we breaking? Well, I went through it verbally, but let's go through it physically. We got 1 Gems of the Game. You're looking for 1 CGC slab Last break, we got 2 Gem Mint 10s of Jackson Smith and Jigba. They went for about $15 a piece, some for 20 on the comp. The team got left. No one took it for last break, the snake break, I believe. Or maybe it was the PYT with the 2 clearly hobby. It was one of them. But anyway, the Seahawks are $24. I think it was the last PYT with the white sparkle pack. There were 24, and I kept them. And we pulled 2 Jackson Smith and Jigba's Gem Mint 10s. And then I flipped them to Ken Kalora for 15 each and gave him the green Richard Seymour Prestige extra points number to 199 on top, like as like a give me 15 for each slab and I'll throw you the Richard Seymour green. So like, you know, I got $30 back for the team. It worked out, paid for itself. But CG slabs this year coming out of these boxes, they're really nice. You can tell by the feel. It's not like a cheap plastic anymore. It's like a solid acrylic. It's got a nice slick feel to it. Definitely impressed with the new physical slabs that CGC is using. But anyway, you'll get 1 slab. You'll get 2 packs. They're usually 2 from 2024, like Score or Mosaic or Prism or Select. But nice packs. They're licensed products. And then usually a throwback pack of like 2019 or 2016 Donruss. So it allows you to chase Kyler Murray, Daniel Jones, or like Dak Prescott, Zeke, like the rookies from 16. So that's been fun to open. I think we have 1 more box left. Rookies and stars on the blaster. You're looking for 1 auto or mem guaranteed, plus the 2 red plaids and then the ultra rare Pandoras. Last one we pulled was Goff. It was a Goff blue. That was nasty. I think it was like numbered to 125 too. Rookies and stars on the hobby, 2 autos, 2 mems guaranteed, 6 Optichromes, and you're looking for the ultra rare Pandoras as well. Big thing coming out of these usually, though, are the RPAs. All right, and then we have 10 of the Select Blasters, brand new release. This is the Walmart variation. They go in New Jersey retail. They go for about $43 a box. It's crazy how much they've increased the price of Select. I think it's $39.82 plus the 6.225 or 825, 6.825, 6.825 sales tax, I think. So it comes out to like 43 and change per box. So if you look at them on eBay right now, they're flipping for like $50, $55 a box, which is crazy. Select usually not like that, but there's just 6 still relevant quarterbacks plus some really good skill position running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, Brock Bowers, Bucky Irving, Tyrone Tracy, Maserati Marv, Malik Neighbors, Lad McConkey, Romo Dunze. I mean, there's just so many good players that I think that's what's carrying the value right now for Select. You're looking for the red and blue Prism Shock die cuts. So like when you see the purple Shock on Optic, they've added that Shock design into the Select design for the cards, which is definitely new. Autos and mems are possible. You're looking for the ultra rare Prism Zebra Shock. The Zebra Shock comes out of retail. The Zebra, as it used to look, the silver, is now in hobby only. And red and blue die cut Shocks is what we're looking for. So we got 10 of them. They also have the snake skins, which are numbered to 2, and the tie dyes, which are numbered to 25. 10 total blasters are a half a case. There's 2. There's 4. I moved this one to the side for a reason. There's 6. There's 8. And then you have 10. The reason why I have 10 is one is nicely dented. It is the dented box from the case. And you know what they say, 60% of the time they hit every single time. So I'm looking forward to that one. This is number 9. This is number 10. We're going to start right off the bat with the dented box. We're going to be a little wild here and just go with it. We're doing the dented one first. Good luck, B3. Dang, that thing took a beating, huh? Look at that. So the dented boxes always produce the best hits, I'm telling you. 60% of the time, they hit every single time. Let's get it. Good luck, B3. Good luck. Cards don't seem to be damaged, which is good, even though it took a massive dent. So far, we're in good shape. Looks clean so far. I see some shock. It is what I thought it was. It's the same shock design that they use in the Optic, just different colors. It's not a purple shock. It's like a red and blue shock. So that is definitely new. All right, B3, good luck. Let's see what we got. Let me see if I can fix the lights. The non-silver select, always hard to see in the light. You've got Sauce Gardner leading it off. Chase Brown. CD Lamb, turbocharged base. That is going to be Dallas, Robert Avisha. Jay Jetta on the red and blue shock. Premier level? Premier level. Nice one there for Minnesota and Goody Goody. Jay Jetta. You got Kareem Hunt, Xavier Worthy coming out on a base. I think that's the club for Bogey. That's the concourse. So the concourse, Xavier Worthy, base rookie. That is going to be Bogey. You got Justin Herbert on a numbers for the Chargers, Benny Lamp. Jay Jetta, Rasul Douglas, DeMarcus Lawrence. Jordan Davis on a club level, red and blue shock for the Eagles. That's going out to B3. Justin Herbert on a base, premier level, Chargers, Benny Lamp. You got Amari Cooper, Jahan Dotson. Maserati Marv on a select certified. That one going out to Big Perk. I was hoping that the Cardinals made it to me, but they just didn't make it to me. Sniped me by one turn. Nice hit there, Big Perk. We'll take that. Tommy Townsend for the Houston Texans. That is going to be Goody Goody on the club level. Red and blue shock. No rookie on the shock yet. Will Richard on the club level, or excuse me, concourse rookie. That's Minnesota. Goody Goody. Kyle Hamilton. JD5 on the die cut. Silver. Die cut club level JD5. Going out to Steiner. See, I told you. 60% of the time, they hit every single time. The dented box. Never skip it. You see a dented box on that shelf, you buy that sucker. Bang. Works like almost every single time. Raheem Mostert. Lamar Jackson. Demario Douglas going out to the Patriots. On the auto, Adam Light. What did I tell you? 60% of the time, they hit every single time. Rasul Douglas, Patriots, Adam Light. Not numbered, but it is the silver select signatures. Bang. Nice hit. Beautiful auto. All on sticker. Doesn't run off at all. Actually looks like an autograph. Dang. That kid knows how to sign. Demario, what up? I thought it was Rasul Douglas. It's Demario Douglas. CJ Stroud and Deebo Samuel are your last two base. What a way to start off, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I don't think any of the ladies joined us tonight, so we can just say gentlemen. What a way to start. Break table has been hot, though, so not surprised we're starting off like that. Let's keep it rolling. Not a snakeskin, tie-dye, or zebra, but a beautiful silver Jaden Daniels. Not a concourse either. It's a club level, so that's one of the higher variations. And then on top of that, it's a die cut. It's Jaden Daniel. I mean, You're getting one of those every, I don't want to say 50 boxes and exaggerate, but probably one every 20, 25. Like it's a rare one to hit right there. That's awesome. Nice hit, Alan Stein. Glad I could get you started off in the right direction, sir. All right, we'll do one more select, then we'll bounce around a little bit. This was the other one that was slightly dented. Not as bad as the last one. So maybe we'll get another hit out of this one. Just, maybe not as nice. Maybe a different player. Maybe instead of an auto, get an ultra rare. I don't know. 60% of the time, they hit every single time, I'm telling you. Those dented boxes are where it's at. That's where it's at. Adam Light starting it off with a freaking auto right off the rip. In a blaster, too. Not even a box that, guarantees a hit or an auto. We got another one, too. We got a patch. So look at that. We're 2 for 2 right now on the hits from the dented boxes. Let's see what this ends up being. David Montgomery leading it off. Rome Odunze, Chicago. That is Drew Thier. You've got a Futures, Brock Bowers. Raiders and Goody Goody. That's a nice one. Already getting some better rookies out of this one. Jackson Powers Johnson for the Raiders. That sounds like a crazy name. Jackson Powers Johnson. Sounds like a football player. Sounds like a lineman. Goody goody. You got Tyrone Tracy Jr. going out to the Giants. This kid showed a lot of potential. That's Matty V. That is on the concourse, so the base level. You got Chris Jones, Jared Goff on a concourse, red and blue shock. That is Detroit Adam Light. You got Joshua Carty for the Rams. That's on a club level, I think, premier level. And that is a kicker going out to Steiner. You got CJ Stroud, Tua, Rome Odunze back again on a turbocharged base. That is Chicago. Andrew Thier. Then you got Brian Branch on a premier level, red and blue shock. Lions, Detroit, Adam Light. That's 2 Lions on the shocks. Fred Taylor, Kamani Vidal going out to the Chargers. Benny Lamp on a concourse base. You have Braden Fisk on a premier level die cut. So it looks like we're probably going to get one of those per box in the blaster, which is way different than the last couple of years where you would get 2 or 3 die cuts in a box at least. Premier level, yep, for Braden Fisk. So a nice little rookie there for the Rams. Steiner. You got Josh Allen, Jordan Davis, Malik Neighbors showing up on a concourse for Matty V. You got Jared Goff, L'Jarius Sneed, Penny Sewell for the Lions with the ball in his hand, and then BTJ stays hot with a beautiful select draft selections, round 1, pick 23. Jacksonville, Steiner right now going off. Alan Stein starting off as hot as you can, unless you're hitting an ultra rare. That's the only way you're starting off any hotter than you started off now, is to hit like a zebra JD5 there, Alan. Killing it. Happy Father's Day, sir. Happy Father's Day. Last 2 coming out. Michael Penix Jr. on the select certified for Atlanta. That is Goody Goody. And then Keon Coleman on the color match, red and blue, club level rookie. Buffalo, Robert Avisha. That is a nasty looking card. Buffalo was another one I was eyeing up, hoping it would make it to me, and it just didn't quite get there. Nice card, Robert Avisha. All right, well, Select's starting off pretty damn good to us. I love that it's way easier. As right as I say it, I jinx myself and I hit the sleeve. I was like, I love that it's way easier to sleeve this year. Way easier, even if you do nag one corner. The concourse from last year was a nightmare to sleeve. Gonna get these rookies sleeved up real quick. And the color. Michael Penix showing up early for Atlanta. Goody. On the select certified. JD5 already out. We got a couple of the key Giant rookies with Malik Neighbors and Tyrone Tracy for Matty V. Odunze started showing up for the Bears. And Andrew Thier. There's Tyrone Tracy. Brock Bowers showing up early. And Odunze again. I like the way that sat in there. All right, let's get these out of the way. All right, Odunze, 2 Giants. There we go. Then we have Chiefs and Cardinals. All right, that makes up the bench. Now let's get the color sleeved up. Couple of Lions for Adam Light. Couple of nice red and blue. Not quite a color match because they're white or gray and blue, but still some blue in there. We'll take it. That Buffalo Bill Keon Coleman, though, looks nasty. We're going to switch it up to rookies and stars for a minute. Let's get some of our quarterbacks out, shall we? Usually rookies and stars are pretty good to us with the quarterback rookies. We got a security tag in there, empty box. I need a swig of seltzer. Anybody out there? No one's even said hello yet. Where are you guys at? Happy Father's Day, gentlemen. There's still, 27 minutes left of it. We're enjoying the last of that holiday. Hopefully you guys had a great day, relaxing, spent some time with family. Hopefully everyone was nice to you today. I think sometimes at the end of the day, that's kind of all we want sometimes. It's just, please don't let anything blow up and be nice for like a day, everyone. Kids, stop fighting with each other. Everyone just be nice. Don't start no shit with nobody today, please. That's kind of where I'm at, Just don't start anything. Do that tomorrow. All right, B3, here we go. Good luck. Devontae Adams. We got Mike Evans, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Bobby Wags. You got Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown club is Eric Dickerson. That one going out to the Rams. Steiner, black and gold. You got Xavier Legette for Carolina and Brian Waitula on a draft class. We'll take that. Little AR Airborne going out to Indy. Matty V on the red plaid. Not numbered. You've got Mason Smith for the Jags. That is Alan Stein. Then we got George Kittle. I thought it was Karlaftis for a second. Alvin Kamara, Kyle Hamilton, Mad Max. You got Rashad White, J-Mo, Breece Hall, Deshaun Watson on an orange parallel for Cleveland. That is Bogey. We got a number. Damn, we are off to a great start. San Fran, Stanton Griggs, who's trying to keep that little heat streak he's got going. 148 out of 249. It kind of looks gold, but it's orange or like bronze. Maybe rust colored. 148 out of 249. Still a nice hit for the Niners to get them on the board. Didn't expect that out of a blaster. That was a nice surprise. Table's been hot, though. We've been hitting those like one-off random hits that they insert. Aaron Jones going out to the Vikings. Minnesota, that is goody. Bucky Irving on the rookie rush going to Tampa and Brian Waitula. Very nice. Kid card. That's expired. We got Jordan Jefferson for the Jags. That is Alan Stein. Swifty, Puka, Scary Terry, Michael Pittman Jr., Myles Garrett, Kendrick Bourne, King Henry, my homies, always gets a sleeve. Ricky, don't lose that number. Mr. Pearsall is the year one swatch to Stanton. Stanton staying hot. You got JD5 for Alan Stein, black and gold breaks on the graffiti. But hold that thought. Also, you got the JD5 on the red rookie parallel. Nice little color match there as well. Corners are clean on that one for the most part. Little extra fuzz on that side, but that's pretty clean, Alan. Very nice. Hard to hit the red inserts of the quarterbacks. I feel like I don't see them often. Jalen Wright going out to Miami, the Dolphins on a base. That one gonna be goody goody. So we're gonna make some room here. Bucky on the rookie rush. Xavier Legette on the draft class, bro. Both going out to Brian Waitula. Couple of Jags rookies for Steiner. Jordan Jefferson and Mason Smith. Base out of there. You got that Airborne AR. Red checker, usually 2 per box. Nice little insert there. And then we can't forget about Ricky. Stanton Griggs off to a good start with the year one rookie swatch and the rust colored George Kittle to 249. It's like a bronzish orange. All right, here we go. Second half. Let's get it. Shake and bake. Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson, Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp, Austin Eckler, Brandon Ayuk. You got Amari Cooper. The red parallel, Aaron Jones for Minnesota and Goody. JJ McCarthy finally coming out for Goody Goody. Drake May coming out for Adam Light. See, I told you we'll get the quarterbacks. Get them going. Jalen McMillan. This kid started off hot when what is his name? I always forget his name. Not Mike Evans, the other one. What's his name? He went down, busted up his ankle. Oh, I always forget. Anyway, he filled in nicely when the other receiver went down. I just can't think of his name. Ramondre, Bijan, Kelsey, DK Metcalf. You got Cortland Sutton, Aaron Rodgers, Adam Thielen, George Pickens on the Artistry in Motion for Pittsburgh and Benny Lamp. Artistry in Motion Run CMC for Griggsy and San Fran. Then you got Jaheim Bell on the red parallel for the Patriots, Adam Light. We got a kid card. We got Stephon Diggs for Houston on the red checker Thrillers going out to Goody Goody. Drake May on a base also coming out for the Patriots and Adam Light. You got Stafford, Willie Anderson, Brock Purdy, Nick Chubb, TJ Hawkinson, Drake London, Isaiah Pacheco, Tyler Lockett. You got Kirk Cousins on a red. That one going to Atlanta. Goody goody. Jonathan Brooks on the rookie rush for Carolina and Brian Waitula. Josh Allen, Crusade Silver for Buffalo and Robert Avisha. Beautiful looking card. And then Chop Robinson, one of the runners up for Defensive Rookie of the Year, going out to Miami. Goody goody. Pretty darn good box of rookies and stars too, man. Great box for the Niners. But Drake May finding a way to get on the board with that box. Behind that auto, we also got Jaheim Bell on a red parallel. We got the Crusade Josh Allen to go with that red and blue shock of Keon Coleman. McMillan. We did get a Bucky too, so they'll go nice together. Drake May on the graffiti for Adam Light. Even J.J. McCarthy made an appearance on a draft class for Goody Goody. Atlanta took both the quarterbacks that could sign. That was a nice play. I mean, not Atlanta. Goody Goody. James Goody took both the quarterbacks that could land an auto between Minnesota and Atlanta. New Orleans snagged by Big Perk. Now, Rattler will also sign, so that's a nice grab. But I like the sneaky play by Mr. Goody Goody on that quick little double Panini contract signed quarterbacks with J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix. That was clever. Smart play there, Mr. Goody Goody. Smart play. All right, let's see here. Got to get our bench in order. All right. Got our bench ready. Let's go back to select. Do a few more of these suckers. Started off hot for us. Let's keep it going. Empty box. Three for three, B3. We got another patch coming. So we hit an auto out of the first one, patch out of the second one, now patch out of the third one. Off to a good start. All right, let's get it going. Come on now. Michael Penix Jr. coming back out for Goody Goody. You got Brock Purdy on a base. Rome Odunze on a premier level rookie. Club level rookie. God, I keep getting that wrong. Chicago, Andrew Thier. Nice one there. You also got Caleb Williams on a premier level. There you go. Also, Chicago, Andrew Thier. You got Stephon Diggs. Going in the wrong pile. There we go. Sexy Dexy. Turbocharged is Tyreek Hill on the base for Miami. That is Goody Goody. You got Will Levis on a red and blue shock premier level. That one going out to Tennessee. Steiner. Mike Sanistril on the concourse. Right? Yeah, concourse base. That is Steiner. You got my homies. He'll always get a sleeve. That one going to Bogey. DK Metcalf on a numbers for Andrew Thier. You got Evan McPherson. Andrew Van Ginkel. Jake Ferguson. Ricky Pearsall on the select certified. Going out to San Fran. Stanton Griggs stays hot. Braden Fisk on the base rookie. Going out to the Rams. Steiner. You got Cooper Rush. Emmitt Smith is your die cut. Premier level silver die cut. Emmitt Smith going out to Robert Avisha and the Cowgirls. We got Sam Hubbard on a red and blue shock club level for Cincy. That's Goody Goody. CJ Stroud Rico Dowdle. You got Demarion Overshawn. Malik Neighbors. Draft selections. Red. Absolutely beautiful card. Round 1, pick 6. Matty V. Consider me jealous. Malik Washington coming out on the concourse red and blue shock after that for Miami and Goody. Holy cow, what a beautiful Giants swatch. Malik Neighbors. Consider me jelly. Dang. What a card. Nice hit, Matthew Vanover. That is sleek. Did I really not put Caleb Williams up on a podium? What did I do with him? Did I put him on the bench? What was I thinking? Oh, no, I pulled him here. I was like, I know I pulled the Caleb Williams. Just kidding. I thought I benched him. There we go. Perfect. Boom. All right. Where are we going? They go there. That goes there. Good. Ooh, we got another Miami. All right. So that one going up there. All right, I think we're good. Bench is good. All right. Let's keep it going with select. I'm trying to get the lights to just light the middle a little better. There we go. Empty box, right? It's lit up a little better. Looks a little lighter back there to me. Last pack on this one. All right, here we go. Here we go. I see some interesting color on this one. This should be a good box. Xavier Worthy on the base concourse going out to Bogey. We got Rasul Douglas, turbocharged Cooper Kupp going out to the Rams and Steinert. My homies, red and blue shock on the club level. Nice one there for Bogey. DeMarcus Lawrence. You got Amari Cooper. Numbers, Dak Prescott going out to Robert Avisha. You got Malik Willis. Jahan Dotson. Will Richard going out to the Vikings, Minnesota. Goody on the concourse. Concourse, Jake Ferguson with a little bit of color going out to Robert Avisha. That is a concourse red and blue shock. You got Chris Long, Kyle Hamilton, Lamar Jackson, JD5 on the select certified. Steinert, Maserati Marv on the red and blue club premier level. That is big perk. Beautiful one there. You got Harrison Smith. You got a silver die cut. Braylon Allen going out to the Jets. That's B3. That is the die cut. And then CJ Mosley on an orange. So a club level silver Braylon Allen. Breece Hall's backup. And then a CJ Mosley orange, number 299 out of 399. Both going out to the Jets and B3. You got Hawkinson on a base, Cedric Tillman on a base, Justin Fields on a base, CJ Mosley on a base, Dion Dawkins on a base. Right? None of those were rookies. Damn, a lot of base cards on that one, but nice hits. So you're going to get more base, I guess, when you get some nicer cards. We'll take it. What up, Andrew? What up? What up? Nothing crazy. I mean, we started off with a dented box. First blaster, we opened the dented one. Got the silver die cut Jaden Daniels and an auto of Demario Douglas for the Patriots. So that started off pretty hot. We've got BTJ and Malik Neighbors on the select draft selection mems. You got a Mahomes red and blue that just came out. That was pretty nice. Xavier Worthy base. Couple other little cards. We had a numbered George Kittle come out on like a rust orange color to 249. Mosley on an orange to 399. Little hits kind of everywhere, but nothing monstrous yet. But definitely a good start so far. Nice select certified for JD5, keeping him rolling. There we go. All right, so we can get the Chiefs up on a podium. For Andrew Thier, we got Worthy ×2, and then a little shock premier level, my homies. So we can get him up on the board. Let's go one more blaster. Then we're going to do some gems of the game. Empty box. All right, here we go, B3. Good luck. You got Levante David leading it off. Jared Goff, Shaq Thompson, Nakobe Dean, Sauce Gardner, Chase Brown. You got Maserati Marv on a futures. That is going to be big perk. We'll take that. Maserati Marv also on the red and blue shock concourse. So the Cardinals off to a quick start for big perk. You got Kareem Hunt, Xavier Worthy a third time for Andrew Thierry. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown on the turbocharged for Adam Light. BTJ coming back out one more time for Steiner on a premier level. You got Rasul Douglas, DeMarcus Lawrence, Greg the Leg Zerloin on a red and blue shock premier level going out to B3. We got Xavier Legette for Brian Way-Tula on the premier level. Amari Cooper, Jahan Dotson, Caleb Williams on the numbers. Going out to Chi-Town, Andrew Thierry. You got Najee on a red and blue shock concourse going out to Benny. Will Richard on a concourse going out to Goody Goody. Kyle Hamilton. Silver is Tyrone Tracy Jr. on the concourse die cut. Beautiful card. Another really nice giant going out to Matty V as my heart is breaking. I knew I should have taken him third overall. Matty doing well on the Giants. That is awesome. I know you also often chase the G-men, so I'm happy to see it when someone else who likes to go after the G-men gets a few cards for him. So I'm only busting your chops, but those are nice. You hit a Malik Zebra, we may have to talk. That's all I'm saying. We might have to work something out. If a Tyrone Tracy or Malik Neighbors Zebra comes out, I got to get my negotiating cap on for Matty V. Dang. Steiner starting out hot on the Jags and the Commies. Another Worthy for Andrew Thierry. Maserati Marv making his case for a podium. ×2. I went and got a massage today, a cupping massage. Bro, you guys should see my back and my shoulders. Oh, my Lord. I look like I went through a washing machine and dryer. Just bruised everywhere from head to toe. Crazy. But I feel great, if that, is any consolation. Feel great. Look like hell. Feel great. Oh, Maserati Marv already had a red and blue, so he's got 2 of them now. Damn. Who's on Carolina? Or who's on Arizona? Big perk. Crushing it. On the Marvski. All right, we need some more top loaders. Damn, we need even more than that. The rack was almost empty. That's better. That'll last just a little while. All right, I said one more, but we're going to do one more because Select has been good to us. We're going to We'll do a few more. What the heck? That'll be 4, and then we'll do gems of the game, and then we'll do the next 4, and then we'll do the hobby. All right, here we go. Last one before we make a little switch over to the gems of the game. Good luck, B3. Urlacher, Joe Montana, select numbers. Devontae Adams going out to the Jets. That's B3. We got Jordan Love, Drake May coming out on a concourse. Patriots, Adam Light. You got the Slim Reaper, Devonta Smith, Marquise Hollywood Brown on the red and blue shock. Concourse going out to Andrew Thier. You got Brian Branch, Blake Corum on a concourse base for Steiner, Jameis Winston, Keon Coleman on the select certified for Buffalo, Robert Avisha. You got Kirby Joseph on a blue and red shock premier level for the Detroit Lions. That is Adam Light. Joe Alt on a base going out to Chargers, Benny Lamp, concourse. You got Caleb Williams, concourse base. Andrew Thier, Robert Avisha on the concourse, red and blue shock. Dak Prescott, Pat Fryermuth, Joe Burr. You got Theo Johnson going out to Matty V, Mr. Vanover on the concourse base. Kamani Vidal on the concourse die cut, Chargers. Benny Lamp, very nice. Savage, Earl Campbell, Brett Favre. Bo Nix finally comes out on a futures. I'll take it. Little start. And then Tyler Nubin on the premier level, club level base. Matthew Vanover. Bo finally comes out. I put him on the back line, but he doesn't deserve it because he hasn't been showing face for like 4 breaks. So he's going to sit in the front line. Out of the way. He's in timeout. Drake May back on the board. Dak, Kirby, and Hollywood. All right. Bench is set. Let me get a swig of seltzer here. go with gems. There's usually two packs on the back of the slab. There is. And then one on the front of the slab. Come on, get out of there. There it is. So what do we got? We got Score 2024, Mosaic 2024, and then 2019 Donruss. So there we go. All right, let's see who the slab is. I already saw the grade. It's not good. It's an 8.5. Woof. 2023 Donruss, Will Levis, 8.5. Going out to Tennessee and Alan Stein. Empty box. That one kind of hurts, Alan. Near mint, 8.5. Ooh. Will Levis. I wish it was a higher grade, man. I don't even know why they would put an 8.5 in there. But that's what she is. 8.5. Will Levis. Mr. Mayo and his coffee. All right, we're going to do the 19 last. So let's do the Score first. We got Trey Hendrickson, Reggie Wayne, Shaquille Barrett. Your red is Eazy-E, Evan Ingram on the Jags. Excuse me, your orange, not red. That's Steiner. And then Kamari Lassiter is your base rookie for the Texans. Houston, goody, goody. All right, that's that. Let's go to Mosaic. You got a Natty Pride, Jared Goff right off the rip. That's Detroit, Adam Light, Zeke, Kelsey, Jersey Fig Newtons. Going out to Alan Stein on the base. Kelsey on a green epic for Bogey. And then Danger Russ on a green Mosaic for the Steelers, Benny Lamp. Jersey Fig Newtons. Goody Goody can tell you all about Mr. Fig Newton. Damn it, the card is like sticky. Ugh. That's weird. That's so, unless there's something sticky in the sleeve. No, it's the card. All right, well, we'll sleeve that up later. I don't know why it's sticky. It's odd. Odd. All right, last one. 2019 Donruss. Curtis Samuel, Nelson Aguilar, Jason Witten, Kiko Alonso. You got Mark Ingram, Philip Lindsay, TJ Hawkinson, the rookies. Nice hit there for Detroit and Adam Light. And then you got Alize Mack, the tight end for the Saints. Going out to Nollins, big perk. But hey, what about that throwback TJ Hawkinson rookie? That thing's in great shape too. We'll take that. Hawkinson's still a top producing tight end. Detroit on the board, just like that. Just like that. Just like that. All right, so that was gems. We'll take it. Next up, back to select. Empty box. We got another patch, so another hit coming. That should be nice. All right, I have to pee real quick, so we are going to let this one marinate as it usually works. Mahomes sitting on the top, so that's why I chose this one. I was like, Mahomes on the top is a good sign. So what we're going to do is let it marinate for a moment. I'm going to run and use the bathroom before I pee my pants, and then we're going to come back. We'll do the final 3 blasters of select. So as you can see, there's 3 left. So 1, 2, 3. The one on the table is 4. And then we'll hit the hobby of the rookies and stars after. So we got technically 5 boxes left, but the 5th one is right here. 4 off to the side. 3 blasters and a hobby. That puts us more than halfway through. So I'm going to run and pee. I was at dinner with my in-laws, had a couple of beers and a couple of seltzers. And I got a small bladder, so I'm going to do that real quick, and I will be right back. Man, I should have put my phone on the charger. Wasn't even charging that whole time. All right, B3, give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, B3, and just like that, we are back with an ice cold seltzer, and an empty bladder. Boom. All right, finally got the phone on the charger like I should have been doing the whole time. And let's get it. 8.5 Levis. Yeah, that's a burn there, Andrew. That is a burn. That's all right. We made it up to him with the nice silver die cut of JD5. So that definitely will pretty much pay for his break, I would think. My homies leading it off after marinating. He always gets a sleeve. We got Maserati Marv on a select certified. Another nice one for Arizona and Big Perk. Malik Neighbors. Oh, just salt in the wounds. Premier level. Red and blue shock going out to Matty V. You got Stafford, Stroud, Rico Dowdle, Demarion Overshawn, Jackson, Smith, and Jigba is your futures for Seattle. That is Andrew Thier. You got Nakobe Dean, Van Ginkel, Jake Ferguson, Josh Allen coming back out for Buffalo. Red and blue shock concourse. Robert Avisha. BTJ coming back out for Steiner. We'll take that. I think that's a premier level. Yep. Jared Goff, Sauce Gardner. You got Roshan Johnson on a club, red and blue for Andrew Thier. We'll take that. Xavier Leggett for Brian Waytula on a premier level. Chase Brown, Kareem Hunt, and then it's Brian Anger for the Cowgirls on the die cut premier. Dallas, Robert Avisha. Gregory Rousseau. You got Cooper Rush, Levante David. Dallas Turner is your draft selections. Round 1, pick 17. Goody. And then a turbo Josh Allen. So the marinating didn't work that great that time. Not what we're typically used to when we let them marinate. We did get a Dallas Turner. I was thinking if that was JJ, I think it would have been a whole better. But we'll take it. You got the Angerer, Roshan, and Josh. Leggett. BTJ already on a podium. Malik already on a podium. Giants podium, first to fill. That's wild. Matty V crushing it on the Giants. We got Maserati Marv for Big Perk, who's had quite the day so far. Just getting the bench in order here. Bench is in order. All right. Empty box. We got 3 left, including this one. We got another patch. So the hits are definitely flowing out of Select, that's for sure. We are getting the hits. We got a die cut, and we got a patch. Brock Bowers is your leadoff. Goody, goody. You got Rashad White, Travis Kelce on a turbocharge. That one going out to Andrew Thier. We got Corey Trice, Hufanga numbers, Jared Goff for Adam Light. Rattler coming out on the red and blue. Premier level for New Orleans. Big perk. Nice one there. Trayvon Walker, Bucky Irving going out to Tampa. Brian Waitula. You got Ivan Pace, Antonio Gibson on the red and blue concourse. Going out to the Patriots, Adam Light. You got Emmitt Smith, Joe Anderson, Andreessen. Joe Andreessen for the Buffalo Bills. That is Robert Avisha. Kamari Lassiter to the Houston Texans and goody goody. Will Shipley on a select certified. That going out to B3 on the Eagles. You got Phillip Rivers, Premier level red and blue, going out to the Chargers. That is Benny Lamp. Will Anderson, George Kittle, Michael Penix Jr. on the die cut. Going out to goody goody. Little tiny bit of a raised foil there. But other than that, beautiful condition. That might even be glue or a bad cut. But Michael Penix, hell yeah. Getting bumped up. Boom. You also got Drake May coming back one more time on a premier level base. That is Adam Light. Adam Light stacking Drake May. Cam Jordan, Josh Jacobs. I knew it. As soon as I saw the blue, Patrick Queen, you've got Malik Neighbors on the mem. Damn. That is gorgeous. Rookie swatches as Malik Neighbors gets another one for Matty V. Matthew Vanover, I got to assume your break is paid for, bro. Holy cow. You are on some kind of streak right now. Holy cow, Matty V. Hot as fire. On my G-Men, too. Ooh. Rattler officially on the board. All right, 2 more blasters to go in the half case. 2 more to go. Malik Neighbors is absolutely dominated in select right now. Empty box. 2 to go. I got room for 1 more thick sleeve, one more patch, and then I got to get a new case of them out. So hopefully we get one here, and then I can, or in the next one, and then I can bust a new one out before we get to the hobby box, because then I'm definitely going to have to pull a new one out. Because we know we're going to get some thick cards in the hobby box with the RPAs and the patches. Dang, this one looks like it's going to have some heat in it too. Been hot. Let's keep it hot. Let's get it. We got Quinion. Yep, there's a numbered card right behind Quinion Mitchell. So Quinion Mitchell coming out on the concourse for the Eagles. That is Blinky. Drew Brees on a neon green club level. Neon green shock club level. Drew Brees. Not for the Saints, though, for the Chargers. That is Benny Lamp on the green breezy. 13 out of 499 going out to the Chargers. And Benny. Beautiful card. So I knew we were getting something good. Icky Woods, you got Jerry Jeudy, Rogers, Kelsey. Your die cut is Darnell Mooney on a Concourse silver die cut. That is goody goody. You got JD5 coming out for Steiner on the premier level and the concourse. So 2 JD5. We got Michael Pittman Jr. We got Michael Penix on the futures going out to Atlanta and goody goody. We are on fire, boys. Isaiah Likely, Ravens. That is B3 on a premier level red and blue shock. The vet. You got Braylon Allen on the concourse going out to the Jets and B3. Jaden Reed on a concourse base. You got Asante Samuel Jr. club level. Blue and red shock on the club going out to Benny as well on the Chargers. Ed McCaffrey. Daniel Carlson. Torrey Taylor on the rookie going out to the Bears. That is Andrew Thier. You got a Ray Davis, select certified to Robert Avisha. Tip Raymond on a premier level going out to Big Perk. Maserati Marv to Big Perk. Najee. My homies on a numbers. That one going out to Andrew Thier. And then Brock Purdy on the red and blue shock concourse going out to Stanton, who started off hot early. He's on a little intermission right now. Griggsy. Haven't seen Green Bay, but we've seen a good amount of San Fran in the beginning. There's a mosquito flying around. The thing lands on me, it's dead. So another Maserati Marv. I think at this point the Bills have earned a podium with another Bills, Ray Davis. Jets already have a podium in the back there. Penix again. Can't fit any more Giants on a podium, Matty V, so I don't know. Don't think we can get any more on there. Jaden Daniels got a little bit of room, though. Bills on the board. All right, last blaster of select coming up. Wayne, we do everything we do on Facebook. We pre-list the breaks. We wait for them to sell out. And then once they sell out, then we go live. Every once in a while, we'll go live with 2 or 3 teams still left that we'll do like a fire sale on. But for the most part, everything's sold on Facebook before we go live. Facebook page is Blinky's Box Breaks, just like the YouTube channel name. You'll see the same logo on the page. Definitely feel free to join if you want to jump in on the next one. We're doing this exact same break. Rookies and Stars Hobby, Rookies and Stars Blaster, Gems of the Game Box, and 10 Select Blasters. The other half of this case will be dropping tomorrow, and hopefully, if it fills quick enough, be breaking tomorrow as well. So definitely feel free to join the group if you want, and that's how we all kind of pre-sell everything. So everything's done on there. The group has been around on Facebook for about 4 years now. Long time running for us. We have a blast. It's a very small community, just like 600 members total. A lot of fun. But a few of our members have found us through YouTube and joined the group, and then have stuck around, through the years. So, that's how we do it. All right, last select box, and then we get into the hobby. Good luck, B3. We got Tyler Guyton on the concourse going out to Robert Avisha, Sammy D, Jermaine Burton on a select certified. That one going out to the Bengals, Cincy. That is goody. We got Hunter Henry on the red and blue premier level. That's going to the Patriots and Adam Light, I believe. Yep. Tip Raymond on the concourse going out to Big Perk. You got Kaiir Elam. Something stuck to that one. Kaiir Elam, Jahmyr Gibbs on the futures for the Lions. That is Adam Light. Joe Alt on a premier level. Chargers, Benny Lamp. You got Fashanu on a concourse for the Jets, B3. JJ McCarthy concourse going out to Goody. Nice one there. We got Rasul Douglas on a red and blue shock concourse going out to the Bills. Buffalo, Robert Avisha. Bo Nix finally showing back up on a premier level. Finally. Hollywood Brown coming out. Dak Prescott, turbocharged Joe Burrow Cincy, goody. You got TJ Watt on a club level red and blue shock for the Steelers. That is Benny Lamp. Reek Woolen, Drew Bledsoe, Jaden Daniels again. What dumb luck is that for Steiner? Your break is paid for, sir. Die cut club level number 2 on the JD5. Jay Jetta coming out. JC Latham for Tennessee on a concourse. That is also Steiner. We got Bart Oates, the Niners. He was a giant too. The Niners, Bart Oates, select signatures going out to Stanton Griggs, who has been on a hot streak. Then you got Brandon Ayuk on a club and Justin Herbert on a premier. What a box to end it. The JD5 die cut club level and the Demario Douglas auto were in the first blaster that we opened. And then these were in the 10th blaster. How crazy is that? Literally the same 2 hits, but a different auto. In box number 1, the first, and box number 10, the last. That is wild. Talk about weird coincidences. This break table is filled with weird coincidences like that. Happens all the time for some reason. Break paid for, Steiner. Hell yeah. Stanton, you're getting your podium filled up pretty quickly too there, kid. Not for Green Bay, but for San Fran. I mean, hey, Green Bay may show up in the hobby box, but San Fran killed it in the retail. Hell yeah. We'll take it for sure. Just getting the bench in order. We got Latham, Fashanu, we got all the linemen on the base. Tip, he's a tight end, technically a lineman. Guyton, lineman. Finally got a Bo Nix on a premier level. At least that's a little something. I'll take it. JJ showing back up one more time on a concourse. Then a little Jermaine Burton on the select certified. All right. Good to go. Time for our hobby box, ladies and gentlemen. Being that none of the ladies joined us tonight, I was going to open a prismatic ETB today, but I decided against it. Pokemon box. It's ripped, so I don't think I can sell it. I'm going to have to open it at some point. I just decided against it because I ran out of time. I'm just going to flip it and shake them on out. Boom. Empty box. That was easy. 6 packs, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 packs of 10 cards each, 60 cards total. All right, B3, good luck. Got a few more autos and stuff coming out. Hopefully, we'll finish this thing off with a bang. I don't know if they put dummy thick cards. I don't think they do in Rookies and Stars because it's only 6 packs. I was going to try to flip that back over. There you go. It's upside down. It was upside down. Let's see. We got, that's not a thick card. All right, yeah, I think we're good. We got 2 thick ones down at the bottom, but that's it. Maybe one in the middle. All right, B3, let's get it. Good luck. Devontae Adams is going to lead us off. We got Mike Evans, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, Bo Nix making an appearance out of the hobby box. We'll take that on the graffiti. Little Bo. Michael Penix coming out on the graffiti. That one, Atlanta, goody. Ennis Rakestraw Jr. is your true blue. Nice color match there for Detroit. Rock City, Adam Light. True blue. That is numbered 17 out of 149. Just 2 off the jersey number. Real close. Nice one there, though, for Detroit. Since I stopped to sleeve, I'll just hit this Penix real quick. And the Bo. And then also this guy, the Rattler on the Silver Airborne. Going out to Nollins. Big perk. Who dat? Not who day. No, who day, not who dat. We got Byron Murphy on the base going out to Seattle. Andrew Thier. Ben Sinnott on the base going out to Steiner. Black and gold. Devon Achane. You got Michael Wilson. Lamar Jackson. We have a redemption. I'm not even going to try to hide it. It is the Rookies and Stars True Blue Auto Marshawn Lloyd, which will be Stanton Griggs on the Packers. I told you they were waiting for the hobby. There you go, Stanton. You got Malik Neighbors back again on a graffiti. That one going to Matty V. Bo Nix back again on a draft class for B3. We got CJ Stroud on a White Crusade. Houston, goody. Not numbered. And then a Falcons Michael Penix Thrillers. What a little run that was. Penix going out to goody. Michael Penix break paid for, sir. With the die cut plus the Crusade or the Thrillers. You're chilling on Atlanta. Goody. Minnesota needs a little more oomph. But Atlanta is cooking. Bo Nix might just be coming alive at the right time. Neighbors is just slaughtering this entire break. I don't think we can keep any other Giant up there except for Malik Neighbors. Maybe the Tyrone Tracy Silver. But the rest, if they're going to fit on the podium, we got to put them off to the side for now and then add them later during the recap. Giants podium 2 full. You got Sinnott. Washington 2 full too. Stanton Griggs absolutely murdering this break right now. Killing it. He picked the right teams in the snake this time, Stanton. Last time, not so much, but this time, definitely. All right, let's see here. We're going to take it down to the first hit. Right there. We got Jacob Cowing for the Niners, speaking of Stanton. Devin Culp for the Bucks. That is going to be Brian Waitula. You got Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, Gardner Minshew, Chris Godwin. That's the one that McMillan filled in for. Raheem Mostert, touchdown club for Miami and Goody Goody. Then you have a draft class, Keon Coleman going out to the Bills, Robert Avisha. Troy Franklin Black, 5 of 5. Dang, man, if that was Bo Nix, that would have been huge. Troy Franklin Black, 5 out of 5. What a card. Holy cow. B3. We'll take it. Not break paid for, but table's been absolutely hot, so not surprised, man. 5 out of 5. Holy cow. Imagine if that was freaking Bo Nix. I would have been doing backflips. Keon Coleman back on the board. Cowing and Culp. All right, let's keep going with that original stack. Crusade Xavier Legette silver. Bang. Nice hit for the Panthers. And Brian Waitula, this kid gives a hysterical interview. He's like from Deep South Louisiana. His interviews are ridiculous. They're so funny. Maserati Marv going out to Big Perk on the base. Lad McConkey also coming out for Benny Lamp. Then we got Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Johnson, big time Jackson Smith and Jigba on the swatch for Seattle, and Andrew Thier, 396 out of 399. Bang, nice little hit there for Seattle. And then a true blue 37 out of 49, Drake May. Adam Light, talk about a monster on fire tonight. The Snake treating Adam very well with the auto off the bat, and then a beautiful /49 true blue Drizzy Drake May. Big time. Break table on fire. Still wild. After this one, I'm going to have to get another pack of the 100 points. But nice hit there for Seattle on the big time. The base out of there. Carolina, I got a bunch to throw on that podium. Chargers, McConkey. There we go. Surprised that Crusade wasn't numbered. It looked like a white. Oh, it was. I had to take another look at it. I was like, it looks like a white. It's not a silver, but a white. It should be numbered. It is actually numbered. It's hidden down there. 007 out of 149. And 7 is CJ Stroud's number. So that actually went from what I didn't think was a hit to an awesome hit. It's kind of a color match, and it's a jersey match as well. 007 out of 149. Let's see if I can show it. There it is. 007 out of 149. So Houston on the board as well for Goody Goody with a white Crusade jersey match, color match. Almost missed that one, Goody Goody. Almost missed it. All right, before we finish, I do have to get another pack of the 100-point top loaders. Otherwise, I'm not going to have a top loader to put the next hit in. But the case is sealed. We got a new one in last week. Brand new case of the 100 points. We had run out, and I was going into my emergency stash in the filing cabinet, and then trying to get to the cabinet, I almost broke my back. I fell. I fell because I was standing on a laundry basket to reach it. Oh yeah. I think we were alive when it happened too. All right. Don't mind me. Just laughing at myself for being stupid. All right, here we go. We got our 100 points. Let me take the shelf out actually to do this. There we go. Just take 2 or 3 and put them on top so they're easier to reach. There we go. And put the shelf back in. Boom. We're good. All right. We'll take it down to the next hit. There we go. We got DJ Moore on the Artistry in Motion for the Bears. Andrew Thier. Michael Penix coming back out on a rookie rush for Atlanta and Goody Goody. My homies on the Crusade Silver. Imagine if that was the white Crusade. That one definitely not numbered because it is the silver. But that one going out to Bogey as well. Casey has done pretty well. We got Johnny Wilson for the Eagles in B3. Javon Bullard for Green Bay and Stanton. Then we got DJ Moore. Jalen Waddle. Bobby Wagner. AK-41 on a purple. That is beautiful. 002 out of 299. Purple Alvin Kamara. 002 out of 299. Big perk. And then Dallas Turner comes out again on another mem for Goody Goody on the Vikings. Cross training. Double mem. One's got the air holes in it. One doesn't on the purple swatches. 396 out of 399. That's the second time we've gotten 396 out of 399. Here it is. This one also 396 out of 399. How crazy is that? The exact same serial numbers on the exact same print run. Big Perk took a chance on New Orleans, and it's paid off for him with Rattler and that nice little Kamara. Beautiful Mahomes Crusade. Another Penix. Giants podium full, Falcons podium full, Washington podium full, New England podium full. Damn. All right. Last little stack here. Let me get some more top loaders in the rack. There we go. All right, here we go. Last little stack. It looks like there's one hit left. We should have one auto left, I think. Vegas, Devontae Adams, Raiders, goody. J.J. McCarthy on a rookie rush coming out. Goody. Caleb Williams, stellar rookies going out to Chicago. Not numbered also, Drew Thier, very nice hit. Tavondre Sweat for Tennessee and Alan Stein. Then you got Roman Wilson for Benny Lamp on the Steelers. Jonathan Taylor, George Kittle. Alvin Kamara seems to be holding back our hit. So we're going to bring the back to the front. We got Brock Bowers on a graffiti for goody. Touchdown club is Run CMC. We got a numbered something coming. Run CMC going out to San Fran. That is Griggsy. Rook Aurora Roro, 33 out of 299 on the purple. On the Rook rookie for Atlanta. Goody. Imagine if that was Penix. Dak Prescott showing back up on a hollow crusade for Dallas. That is Robert Avisha, not numbered. Then you got Marshawn Lloyd going out to the Packers. Stanton Griggs. Chris Jenkins to the Bengals. That is goody. And then back to AK-41, holding back our hit. It is Rome Odunze, 57 out of 99 on the Dress for Success RPA. Rome Odunze. So, and Andrew Thier just crushed it on the Bears. Dang. What a break. Tons of value in this friggin' thing. Oh, we're definitely running it back. We're doing the same break again for sure. So much value came out of this little sucker. We are running it back for sure. Ain't no doubt about it. We are running it back. All right, let's get everything sleeved up so we can run through our recap real quick. Tomorrow, I'll probably drop it actually late night tonight. Before I go to bed, I'm going to drop the second snake because it's not pick your team, so no one's missing out. You just got to grab a spot. So we're going to do a late night drop of it, but we're definitely running it back. That was too good not to. That was wild. What a break. What a break. All right, let's get our bench in order so that we can go through the recap. that has to go into the recap. Need to reload on penny sleeves. Boom. All right, so that's done. Get the garbage out of the way. All right, let's get this over here. This over here. All right, that's done. Why am I buzzing? All right, let's see here. Got to put Jaden Daniels down at the bottom. Even though he didn't have a numbered hit or anything, he just hit so much volume that I feel like he probably did the best overall. Phone keeps buzzing. All right, who is next? Drake May is close, but I feel like it's the Bears. Rome Odunze. After the Bears, then it's Drake May. After that, I feel like it's San Fran. Then Green Bay. No. Nope. After that, it's Denver. Only because Drake May is numbered is it not Denver before New England. Then those. And I think it's Malik Neighbors. $149. $149. That's higher. That's higher. That's higher. Actually, not Malik yet. All right, there's our recap. There's our recap. Can't forget about the 8.5 Will Levis. And we're making pretty darn good time too, B3. It's only 1:15. I'll be in bed by like 2 at the latest by the time I'm done with everything. So that's perfect. Just got to sleeve like 5 or 7 cards real quick, just so I can put them in the rack. Actually, it's more than 7. It's more like 17, but bear with me for a second. All right, now it's like 5 left. All right, those are done. Might as well do these 2 real quick. Then the bench and the racks will be completely put together. So tomorrow I can just come down after work and sort them. I don't have to do any sleeving, top loading. So there wasn't that big of a stack that was waiting to get done. So better off to just do it now. A lot of numbers and turbochargers. Maybe like 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it was like 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. Now we're good. Now we're done. All right, so those are ready to be racked up. You got numbers. You should actually probably sleeve that Mahomes numbers up. There we go. I'll put that back in a second. Perfect. That one's done. Perfect. All right, that's done. How many racks do we need? Just 1. Perfect. Everything is going smooth. All right, let's get down to our recap, and then we'll build the next break, which is going to be the exact same thing as this break. I'm actually going to start pulling down those boxes now real quick. Where's that Gems of the Game box? Gems, where are you at? Oh, there it is. Boom. All right, so I got everything we need for that. Plus the 10 blasters, which 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 are right here. Perfect. Look at that. Even a dented box, just like this one. So excited. 60% of the time they hit every single time. All right, let's go through our recap, B3. Right off the rip, the worst card that made the recap was this one. Alan Stein on Tennessee getting a CGC Will Levis slab, mint, near mint 8.5. Like, why bother? I'm so confused. Take it down to the Chieftains. All right, here we go. We got Roman Wilson on a Rookies and Stars base for Pittsburgh, Benny Lamp. Jermaine Burton on a select certified for Cincy. Goody. B3 on the Eagles getting the select certified Shipley. Robert Avisha on the Cowgirls getting a premier level die cut. Brian Anger, premier level die cut. Emmitt Smith. And Dak Prescott on the Hollow Crusade. Rams, Steiner getting Blake Corum on a concourse base. And Braden Fisk on a premier level die cut silver rookie. Goody on the Raiders getting Brock Bowers on the graffiti, Brock Bowers on the select future, and Brock Bowers on a base concourse. Tampa Bay, this is Brian Waitula on the Jalen McMillan Rookies and Stars base. You got Bucky Irving on a rookie rush and Bucky on a select concourse. Miami, Goody getting Chop Robinson base Rookies and Stars. Jalen Wright, same thing. And then Malik Washington on a red and blue shock concourse rookie. Very nice. Brian Waytula also on the Panthers, getting rookie rush. Jonathan Brooks, Xavier Legette draft class, Legette on the premier level twice, and then Legette on a silver crusade. Bogey on Kansas City, getting the epic mosaic green Kelsey. Mahomes on the numbers at a select, silver or hollow crusade Mahomes. Mahomes on a red and blue club level at a select. Nice shock there. Then you got Xavier Worthy 3 times on a concourse rookie. So Worthy didn't too hot, but you got a lot of the color for the big dudes. So we'll take that. All right. Where did that go? There it is. Slab in the middle. Got it. Okay. We'll drop all the way down to Seattle. All right. We got the Bills silver hollow crusade Josh Allen going out to Buffalo, Robert Avisha. Also have a concourse red and blue shock for the Bills. Nice color match there. Ray Davis select certified. Then you got Keon Coleman on a draft class, Coleman on a select certified, Coleman on a club level red and blue shock. Nice one for the rookie. Going to Big Perk on Arizona, Maserati Marv on a Rookies and Stars base. Also select certified twice for Marvin Harrison Jr. Select futures for Marv, concourse for Marv, and then a concourse red and blue shock rookie. And a premier level red and blue shock rookie. Nice night for Marv. Steiner on the Jags getting BTJ on a premier level twice base. And then you've got the select draft selections red and green or red and teal jersey color. Round 1 pick 23 for BTJ on the rookie swatch. Chargers. Benny Lamp getting Kamani Vidal on a concourse die cut rookie silver. Lad McConkey on a base Rookies and Stars, and then Drew Brees on a lime green shock club level numbered to 499, 13 out of 499. Jets, this is B3 on Braylon Allen on a concourse. Braylon Allen on a club level die cut silver rookie. CJ Mosley on an orange shock, 299 out of 399 on the shock club level. And then you've got a big time Seattle Jackson Smith and Jigba, 396 out of 399 on the swatch for Seattle and Andrew Thier. Can I fit all the Cardinals in that rack? I can. Look at that. Oh, this is going to work out perfect. Okay. Dropping down to Malik Neighbors. Let's go all the way down to Leak. All right. We got JJ McCarthy on a draft class for Minnesota and Goody Goody. McCarthy on a rookie rush. McCarthy on a concourse base. You got Dallas Turner on the draft selection swatch. Round 1, pick 17. Dallas Turner on the cross training 40-yard dash, 4.446 seconds. 396 out of 399 on the dual swatch. You got Spencer Rattler on an airborne hollow for Big Perk on the Saints. Rattler on the premier level red and blue shock rookie as well. And then a purple 002 out of 299 Alvin Kamara. Rookies and Stars, 2 out of 299. Very nice. Detroit. Adam Light getting the throwback rookie of TJ Hawkinson, the rookies out of 2019 Donruss. And then a true blue Ennis Rakestraw Jr. rookie, numbered 17 out of 149, just 2 off the jersey number. Going to the Texans, you got Stephon Diggs on a Thrillers red checker for Houston. Goody goody. And then CJ Stroud on a white Crusade. That is numbered, and it is a jersey match, 7 out of 149. Giants, Matty V getting Tyler Newbin on a club. Theo Johnson on a concourse. Tyrone Tracy on a concourse. Tyrone Tracy on a concourse silver die cut. Nice one there. You got Malik Neighbors on the graffiti. Malik on the concourse. Malik on a premier level. Red and blue shock rookie. Malik on the draft selections. Round 1, pick 6 on the rookie swatch. Malik on the select rookie swatches as well. Beautiful, beautiful night for Malik Neighbors and Matthew Vanover. And I am super jealous. All right, now we're going to slow it down a little bit. We're going down to Hotlanta. So Hotlanta, you got Darnell Mooney on a concourse silver die cut. Michael Penix graffiti. Michael Penix rookie rush. Michael Penix on the select certified and the futures. Penix on the concourse. Penix on the premier. Penix on a thrillers out of rookies and stars. Nice hollow there. Penix on a club level silver die cut rookie. And then Rook Aurora on the purple out of rookies and stars. 33 out of 299 as a little bonus on top. Great night for Atlanta and goody. Then we drop down to Stanton Griggs on Green Bay. He only hit 2 cards, but one was a biggie. Marshawn Lloyd base rookies and stars. Marshawn Lloyd rookie signatures true blue. That is going to be a low number for Marshawn Lloyd. Bang. Nice night for Stanton. Oh, speaking of Stanton, his nice night continued. Ricky Pearsall, select certified. Going out to Stanton Griggs on the Ricky. Ricky, year 1 on the rookie swatch out of rookies and stars. George Kittle on the rust orange, 148 out of 249 out of rookies and stars. And then Bart Oates, the Hall of Famer, on the select signatures. Bang. Stanton Griggs. You can't say you didn't have a good night tonight, Stanton. Can't do it. Don't even try. Happy to push you back into the good luck streak there, sir. You and Scotty. All right, draft class. Bo Nix coming out for B3 on the Broncos. Rookies and stars. Graffiti for Bo. Bo on a futures out of select. Bo on a premier level base. Then we had a black Troy Franklin numbered 5 out of 5 on a super low number. If that was Bo, you're talking an absolute monster. Definitely best card of the break. But it was only Troy Franklin, so it's one of the best, but not the best. Patriots. This is Adam Light. Jaheim Bell on the red. Demario Douglas on the select signatures. One to match Griggsy, but for Demario instead of Bart Oates. Drake May, rookies and stars. Drake May, graffiti. Drake May on a concourse. Drake May on a premier. Drake May on a rookie rush. True blue, numbered just 37 out of 49. So that's what made the Patriots better than the Broncos, was Drake May to 49 over Troy Franklin to 5. Probably, depending on how Troy Franklin plays this year, you could bring them closer in line to value, but they're not quite there. Going to the Bears. Andrew Thier getting Caleb Williams on a numbers out of select. Caleb on a concourse. Caleb on a premier. Caleb on a stellar rookies hollow. Rome Odunze, turbocharged. Odunze on a concourse. Odunze on a club. And the dress for success, Rome Odunze, RPA numbered 57 out of 99. Great night for Andrew Thier on the Bears. And then last but not least, you got Washington for Steiner. Black and gold breaks. Ben Sinnott coming out on a rookies and stars base. You got JD5 on a graffiti. JD5 on a red parallel. JD5 on a select certified. JD5 on a concourse. JD5 on a premier. JD5 on a club level silver die cut twice. Break paid for, Steiner. Bang. Not bad, B3. Like I said, I'm going to get working on cleaning up the office real quick and getting everything put away. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to list break 408, snake break round 2. We are going to run it back. And here is everything we are running it back with. 6 blasters across the bottom, just like the last break. 4 run across the top going horizontal, just like the last break, with a dented box in the middle left, just like the last break. So we are running it back exactly the same, B3, except for last break the dent was down here. This break the dent was up here because of the way they were in the case. We also have rookies and stars on a blaster. We got rookies and stars on a hobby. That is our last one. And then we have the gems of the game, but we put the rookies and stars blaster on the left last time and the gems on the right. Now we're switching it so people know it's a new break, different product. We just move it around slightly to show this isn't the same one that you just were in. It's the new one. We just slightly shift it. All right, so that is your break right there. You can see it up top. Rookies and Stars, Gems, Rookies and Stars Hobby, and then our 10 blasters or the other half of the case. All right, B3, I'll take some pictures and drop this snake tonight before I go to bed, probably by 2 a.m., and then we'll break it when it's filled. We'll run the draft when it's filled. Then when the draft is over, we'll break it. So the same thing we did last time. We're just running it back exactly the same. And I'm working on getting a PYT put up as well. I think we're going to do a Phoenix Color Blast chase, which should be a lot of fun. So stay patient for that. It's coming. All right, B3. On that note, love you guys. Appreciate you. And we will see you soon. Thank you for getting this thing filled up so we could break tonight. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there in B3 land. And keep an eye out for it. 408, the snake coming soon. B3, we out.